Hello everyone, welcome to this live coding session. How are you doing today? Say hi in the chat if you're around. I sent out a tweet and I posted it on social media, so we're going to wait just a little bit for people to join before we start today's live coding session. Hi Evert, how are you? Hi BST. Let's see who else is going to join us. It's really odd, although I've been doing a lot of live streams lately. I'm still nervous about when I start a new one. So yeah, it's a funny thing. I don't know if I'm going to ever be more like stressless. Whatever. Okay, I'm glad you're fine, Evert. Alright, so not sure if you noticed, but I've been sending out tweets about what we're going to build today. And it's going to be this sort of web application where we're going to take this design from Frontend Mentor and we're going to implement it in HTML, CSS. And on top of it, we're going to have JavaScript for searching and for filtering and for the dark mode here. So yeah, it's a pretty simple app, but the fun part is that we're covering multiple things with JavaScript. So we have search, filter, dark mode. Also we have, where is it? Let me see. We have the details page, which might be a modal for now. Yeah, hi Rodrigo. I'm on fire. Hopefully, yeah. Marvin, you'll get the hang of it. Let's hope for that. Alright, so let me copy and paste this link to the chat in case you want to follow along. Patrick, hi, welcome. So in case you want to follow along, I pasted the code in the chat. And yeah, you can also open your VS Code or your IDE or whatever you're using to code, and you can follow along. Rodrigo, yes, this is a live video, not a premiere like we had before. Hi Cruz, hi Gabriel, how are you? Awesome. So let me download the the starter files. Yeah. So if we click here, we can get the starter files, which we'll download here on the desktop. Let's unzip it. And if I close this and then drag it over, it will open in the VS Code app. Alright, perfect. You can see I've looked at the designs. Let me close them and then we can look at them together. Do you know DevEd? Yes, I know him, and yes, he's also from Romania. But he doesn't have such an accent as I have. He's better than that at this point. But I mean, trying to improve. Kalerazan, hi. Awesome. So let's see. We have here. Let's start with the home light version. So you can see here, basically, we're going to have a list of countries, and here at the top we can search for a country, and we can filter by region here. Also, we have the dark mode. So if we click the dark mode button, you can see everything goes dark, which is a nice feature. I've seen websites implementing like a couple years, in the past couple of years. It's more common on the websites, which is good because we browse in the night and we don't want to hurt our eyes. Alright, and then we have, as I said, the light and dark page, and we have the details page, which basically is more details on the country, which is pretty nice. Alright. If you joined in the meantime, say hi in the chat. And we're about to start. Let's see, we have a style guide also, where we can see some information. We have the layout, the 1440 pixels. Alright. We have the colors here and typography. Awesome. And icons if we need. Do we have some icons here? Let's see. Yeah, we have the search icon. There's the moon icon. How does it look? Yeah. Okay. Alright. Maybe instead of having a separate page, we're going to have a pop-up, which will be easier to do in JavaScript. So we are going to click on this style and we're going to get more information in the pop-up. So we can play around with positioning in CSS. Okay, so let's start. Why not? There's a README, but yeah, this is pretty generic. You can go over if you want. Alright, so first we're going to have an index.html file, and let's see. We're going to open this with live server. Okay, let me put this on the right somewhere. We can close this and we can place this here and the code on the left. Alright. And what else we need as files? We're going to need style.css and script.js. Okay, perfect. Now we can close the Explorer, so we only have the files. Let's close this also. Okay, so the HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Good. Let's add some basic code in this file so we can see it works. An alert in the JS, hello world. And on the body in CSS, background color, dark salmon, like that. And let's create a boilerplate in the HTML. REST countries API, something like that it was called. Okay, and we need to get the styling. So link style CSS. Alright, and script script.js. And here we can also say hello. So if we save, let's see. Okay, it works. We have the styling, we have the JavaScript, perfect. Okay, and if we save the file, it loads automatically. Awesome. We can remove now the boilerplate and we can start working on it. Let's see. So I want to open the light version, reveal in Finder, and I want to have it opened in a site here so we can take a look. So Rodrigo asks what API we're going to use. I think they have the API in the style guide, or no, in the readme. Let's see. Yeah, it's the rest countries.eu. Let's see what this does. Chamunorva. Whoa, that's an interesting name. Sorry if I mispronounced it. Okay. So look, this is the API. Let me zoom in so you can see. We can get all the countries from this URL, and then we can get the country by name, which is nice. Okay, let's see if we call this API, what do we get back? All right, so we have a lot of information. Look at that. Nice, 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 nice. All right. Salutare React UI Kit. How are you? Okay. So, do you have an idea about deferring script tag instead of putting script at the bottom? I haven't used that much defer, so yeah. I usually put it in the bottom and we're golden. Hi Sergio, welcome. Okay, so let's think what we're going to do. Should we use a CSS framework to style the page, or should we do it in vanilla CSS, like everything from scratch? What do you say? So we have here the input, which is easily to style. Then we have this drop down. This will be interesting to style. Okay. So people say vanilla. Alright, alright, alright. We also need the icons. Let me see the where is it? The details page also. I want to see the difference. Yeah, so here we only have the languages, okay, some information and the borders. Alright, yeah, it's doable. We have some box shadow here. Okay. Hello Ankit, welcome. Good. Let's see, we're going to do the HTML first. We'll have here this header, then a search box, this filter, and then we're going to have a list of countries, right? Okay, let's do that. Close this readme, close this image and the HTML. So we are going to have first a header. And inside the header, you can see the header here is whiter than the body. So, and also check out that everything is centered here. So we need some kind of container, which can be a flex element, and everything you can see here, it's pushed to the extreme, so space between. Okay, good. So let's do that. We have the header, and inside it we have a div with the class of container. On the left we have this h1 saying where in the world, like that, and on the right we're going to have the let's see, will be a button, like a ghost button which doesn't have a border or anything. So let's see, button, we have a class of btn and btn ghost. So we're going to style the button, but then using the btn ghost class we're going to remove the border and stuff, because in this page you can see we have the back button. Although I said that we're going to do it in a modal. Oh well, yeah, let's not overthink it. Let's keep it a button, and we can have here dark mode, and we need the icons. So let me quickly grab the link to the Font Awesome library. I usually have them in my pens. Let's see which one. Here in the CSS. Yeah, here it is. Okay. So let's add this above here. Link. Alright. Good. And we can use now Font Awesome to get this icon. We just have to find out which is it. So we're going to go to their website, Font Awesome, and go to the icons. Moon, I think it's called. Let's see. Okay, look at that. So we have two moons. This one will be moon empty or something, or O. Yeah, so this one will be like that. And we also have this full version, which is interesting. They have, oh yeah, I see. So one is FAR and one is FAS. Let's see if they appear. Okay, look at that. We can have both of them be here in front of the text, and then we can toggle them. Good. So we have that. Next, let's go to this section where we're going to have an input on the left and the drop down on the right. Let's create a section. The same, we're going to have a container to keep everything in the center. And on the left, we're going to have an input which says something. Let's see. Yeah, search for a country. Placeholder, search for a country. Like that. Okay. And on the right, we're going to have the drop down, which we're going to create a custom drop down. Perfect. Let me know if the code is big enough so you can see it in the meantime. Okay, so here we're going to have a drop down, which will have for text say filter by region. Filter by region, and it's going to have an icon here. Let's leave the icon for now. We're going to add it later. Hopefully we won't forget. I'm counting on you. Hey Andra, welcome. How are you? Okay, and then here we're going to have a list, an unordinated list. So UL li times 5, I think it was, Africa, America, Asia, Europe, and Oceania. How do you pronounce that? Okay. Africa, like that. America, Asia. Oh man, my pronouncing is so good. Europe. And the last one. Okay, perfect. Let's see. Paul asks, would it better to use nav instead of div in the header? Just asking because of semantic HTML. Well, you don't really have a nav in the header, so it's just a title and a button. It's not a nav, right? It's just some But yeah, you can change header to nav if you want. I just choose header because it's on top here. Okay, good. So now you can see here, let me zoom in. We have our header and our section, and the next section we can have the container like that, and we can have the list of countries. Let's see. This container will have an ID and it will say countries like that. And let's create a country box here so we can see how it should look like. So we have a div which also has some kind of header here for the image. So half of it will be an image and the other half will be info. Okay, so let's see. How should we call it? Country like that. Right? Okay. And we have here country header, which will have an image. And then we have country body, which will have, let's say, an H2 and here 3 items. So H2 will say Germany, and then we're going to have, let's see, 3 paragraph with a strong tag here. Okay, so P times 3 bigger than strong, and we're using emmet to have everything to be written for us. So we have population, which will be 81, blah blah blah, like that. Okay, next we have region and capital. Region, Europe, and capital, Berlin, right? Yeah. Oh, and we have the comma there. Not comma. How do you call this? I forgot. No, never mind. Alright, so we have that. Hey Scott, welcome to the live stream. Let's see what people said in the chat. Okay. Yeah, as Patrick said, it's just some links. Good. Scott is planning to make a video and now got distracted by our live stream and making a coffee. Awesome. Good. So we now have the base HTML. Let's start styling it a bit. One thing we're going to need is the image here. So let's take it from this API. Let's find Germany. And look, the flag is an SVG, so we can use that. Oh, this one. Where is your flag, Germany? Oh, look here. Alright. So let's copy this and we can use it here. And also the alt will be Germany. Alright, let's see. Perfect, look at that. Now let's get into the CSS and style this, and then we can go into the JavaScript and not randomly, dynamically generate all the countries. Good. So let's see. First we need to get the font, which was this one. Nanito Sans. Okay. Import URL this. Alright, and then on the body we can apply it. Font, family, Nanito Sans, and sans serif as a default. Okay, we saved it and it changed. Perfect. Let's add a reset here for box sizing border box. I don't think we need to use a normalized CSS for now. It's a pretty simple project. In the last live stream, when we built the landing page, we used normalized CSS. Maybe you can use it or not. It depends on what you want. If it's a bigger project, yeah, I advise you use it, but for this one, we can go without it. All right. I'm also looking at the chat and back to the code, so if you hear me not saying anything for a while, it's because of that. Or I died, but I'm not that yet. All right. Next, let's see. We need the background color because it has a little bit of gray in it. So, click closing the style guide. Dark mode background, light mode background. This color. So, body background color like that. You can notice it, but if we're going to have the header be a background color white, which is this with 100%, oops, you can see it a little. And let's remove the margin on the body. Okay, good. Next we have that, where was it? Here in the HTML we have the container class. So let's style that to be a maximum width of 1440 pixels because that's in the style guide. I usually found that's too large, but let's leave it like that for now. And it will be a display flex element. Let's see what happens now. Perfect. Look at that. So now we have them in a row. We can use a line item center to have them centered vertically, and we can use space, justify content space between, so we have them like that. Perfect. And let's have a little bit of padding. What should it be? 30 pixels. Yeah, 30 pixels all around. Okay, look at that. Perfect. Now it starts to look better. What I usually do, because I don't like huge images, is I set image to be width 100%. Or the max width, let's not force it. Okay, look at that. Getting better and better. I see in the chat you're talking about how should this community be called? Poppers. Pop community, alright. You're funny. Viera, hi from Brazil. Hi from Romania. Good. Let's see. Now we have that. I used here an H1. Maybe we should go down to H2. Nah, let's style it there. We remove the margin and everything is alright. Good. Next, let's go to this dark mode button and have it, let's see, we're going to give it a class to be dark mode like that, so we can target it in the CSS. Dark mode. Okay, first increase the font size, 16 pixels, like that. And I want it to have, so how are we going to do the dark mode on the page? Is that we're going to toggle a dark class on the body. So when we're going to have the dark class, the font will be light, the background will be dark, And also on this dark mode button, we're going to swap out the icons because now we can see both of them. So by default in the dark mode button we have the, let's see, how was this one, FAR, which is the empty moon, yeah, and this is the full moon. So we want to hide the full moon. So FAS is going to be display none. Alright. And when we're going to have something like dark mode, no. So on the body, dark, then on the dark mode button, which we should probably add a btn in front, btn dark mode. Okay, so we can easily see that this is a button. Yeah, so this style is only for this button for now, but we're going to have a general style for the btn class. Okay, so body dark, btn dark mode, and the FIS will be display inline block, and then the other one will be display none. So FR like that will be display none. Okay, so now if we would toggle between the, like, let's see, we can do that. If we inspect here, and I'm going to put the inspector down here, and if we have on the body a class, come on, function, okay, class will be dark. You can see now that the dark icon appeared. Awesome. Okay, we got that out of the way. What else do we need to do? Remove the border. Border none. Okay, that's pretty neat. Let's see in the chat. So, are you doing it mobile first? I think I will do it mobile first now. I usually do it desktop first, but yeah. Okay. Viera says, will the video will be available on our channel? Yes, will be available on my channel after it will be after the live stream. Rahman, hi. Welcome to this live stream. All right, let's continue. Where were we? Let's style this part now. Maybe add, let's see, the HTML structure. We have an input. Let's add a class on it. I usually like to have classes because maybe you want to have another input, so we want to target it specifically. And let's have a class of search, and also we're going to need an ID of search, so we want to target it in the JavaScript. So let's write here input styling, and up here we're going to have the theme button styling. Yeah, now that I realize button dark mode is not the right name, so we're going to change that. Let's see, theme toggle, how should we call it? btn toggle, because it's not just for the dark mode, so that's not very semantic, right? Oops. So we need this entire thing and change it like that. Perfect. All right. Good. Now on our search, let's see how does it look. Okay, it has a padding of around 25 pixels, and here it has a bigger padding. Let's do it padding 25 pixels all around, then border radius like 4 pixels, and border none. Like that. Oops, none. Because we're going to have a box shadow. Box shadow, let's see, box shadow material UI. I found this code pen which I'm using to get a CSS for some nice box shadows. Let's see, let's use this one. Ooh, too much. Let's see, this was one. Oh no, it was on the cover. So we want this one. Okay. Alright, let's see how this looks. Okay, decent. And let's give it a minimum width of 300 pixels. Alright. And increase the font size. That's maybe too much. 14 pixels like that. And you can see that it doesn't pick up the font by default. So let's add the font family here. Or does it? That's interesting. Usually the input doesn't pick up the font. Oh well. Good. That's good. We have that input. Maybe the box shadow is too dark. Let's see. We can remove the alpha here, 0, 6 and 12. Alright, that works. Good, and let's create this drop down now. Drop down styling. I think we have here, yeah, drop down class. Perfect. So it has a background color. Why doesn't it work? Background color, okay, of white. And we have the same box shadow. Oops. Copy. Like that. Perfect. We have the same padding and the same font size. Alright, perfect. And what we need to do now is to hide the UL if it's not clicked. We're going to show it when we click the drop down. So for that we're going to use to create the drop down be position relative, and then the drop down UL will be position absolute. Like that. Now you can see that the drop down is the same height as the input, which is a little too big, isn't it? Let's decrease this to 20 pixels. Alright, and have the border radius also. Perfect. Okay. Next, the UL will have to be the same width as the parent. Let's remove the padding on it. I mean, it has a padding on left by default. Let's see how does it look. Yeah, you can see here it's just about 2 or 3 pixels below, and it has the same padding. Okay, so padding, it has the same background color, border radius, and also the box shadow. We're going to copy this over a lot. Alright, and if we have position absolute, we can set the left to be 0 and let's see, we either set the bottom to minus or the top to be, let's see, 60 pixels. That's too much. 55 pixels. What happens if we set 100%? Yeah, that works. Okay, good. Let's remove the list style type. Where is it? List style type. None. Okay, good, perfect. And we need to add a little bit of margin between these list elements. List items, sorry. List items margin 5 pixel 0. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, let's see the chat. So, what tool are you using to measure the length of the elements, padding and margins? This is the image previewer in my this is the image app on the Mac, and it has this tool by default. Andrea, how the calculations are done? How easily just looking at it, figuring the size? Not sure what you mean. Alright, in the meantime, we should add this button, right? Yeah. So let's search. Hello. So apparently my Mac just had to take a little nap. So yeah. That was fun. Let me know if we're back. Oh no, this is not the right project. Oh man. Yeah, so apparently my Mac crashed for some reason. So yeah, let's see if the progress was saved. Hopefully. We have the style, we have the top down, yeah. That's fun. I'm not sure if it was a long pause for you or something. So let's continue, I guess. Yeah, it happens to me when I'm streaming. The Mac is not the newest version. I should upgrade. So sometimes it just goes to sleep without notice. Okay, we're back. We have the style. So yeah, sorry for that. Okay. Let's see, where were we? We added the margin here, and I was about to do something. Oh yeah, to get the icons from the font awesome. We need the down icon. This one, chevron down. Okay, and we can add it in the HTML. Where is it? Here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, you can see now it's there. And in the styling, we can add a little bit of margin to it. We can get this class, and inside the drop down, we can do margin left 10 pixels. Okay, look at that. Now we have a nice drop down, which is perfect. Is everyone back already, or do I need to wait a little bit? Yeah, sorry about about that. In the future I should get a better Mac. Yeah. Okay. Okie dokie. So we have that. Let's see. And we want to hide the UL by default. So it will be display none. But if the dropdown will have the class of open, then the UL will be display block. And we're going to toggle this class by clicking the dropdown, which should have a cursor pointer, so we can see that it's clickable, like that. Good, perfect. Also, let's add this cursor pointer to the button. Here. All right. Good. And the last thing to style, oh, we need to open the image. Where is it? This one. All right. Good. So we want to make this. I guess it has a fixed width, right? Yeah. And we had the class country and country header and body. Okay. Let's see. Country card styling. Like that. We're going to have a max width of 300 pixels. Okay. And it's going to be background color white, and we're going to copy once again this box shadow and the border radius. Okay. You see that the images are not rounded here. That's because we need to add overflow hidden, like that. Hidden. Now it has rounded corners. And on the country body, we want to have a padding of 30 pixels. Something like that, right? Yeah. And we need to remove the margin on the age, not sure what was it. Age 2. So let's do that. Country body. Whoops. Country body age 2 will be margin top 0. Okay, perfect. It's styled pretty nicely by default. What if we're going to have multiple countries? Maybe we should call it a card. Let's see. Yeah, let's call it a card. More semantic. And apparently we don't need to style the header here. Oops. And card body. And we can replace this with card. Okay, perfect. Now in case we ever need to have this card and have everything, something else in it, it will be just good. Perfect. We need to make this card clickable, so let's add cursor pointer to it. When we're going to click it, a modal will appear with the details. Perfect. And we have the styling. Oh, yeah, I wanted to see how it looks if we have multiple cards. Okay. They go on a second row. Let's card. Oh, I copied the container also. So we only want to copy the card. This one. Okay. Alright. That's what I was talking about. Let's set a fixed width on it. 300 pixels. And we want to have the container, which is display flex. We want also to be flex wrap wrap. So now it will go on the second row. And we can have the card to have a little bit of margin, 20 pixels all around. Okay, that's good. Let's see. I don't like the spacing here, so maybe just add margin bottom for now. More, 40 pixels. Okay, that's close enough for now. All right. If we zoom in enough, it will go on the second row. Maybe, let's see. We want them to be centered when it's one row, so we have this container. Where is it? And it has an ID of countries. Let's also add a class of countries. And this will be flexbox item with a justify content center. So justify content center. If we have a container with a class of countries. Okay, and now you can see it goes in the middle there nicely. But now we need the margin back here. Okay, good enough for now. We'll see if we can change it in the future. All right. I think it's time to go inside the JavaScript now and get a list of all these countries, right? Let's see who's with us in the chat. Raise your hand while I drink a little water. Okay. Why are you not using SCSS? Why to use SCSS here? It's not really required. Okay. Let's move to the JavaScript. Here we need to do a couple of things. Box shadow on the header. What do you mean? Oh, right. Box shadow on the header. Right. So the header should have this box shadow. Let's see. We add it. Perfect. Thank you, Nishat. Good. So let's see what we need in JavaScript. We need to have the dark mode toggle. We need to have the search. We need to get the countries, and we need to have the filter. So let's see. To-dos. A dark mode theme toggle. Then we have search. Then we have filter. Then we have a modal when we want to show the information, and we want to have a API call, which we're going to do first. So let's write a function get countries, like that, which is going to be an async function. Sync. And we're going to use fetch to get the response. So await fetch, and we'll need this URL. Okay, and then let's see. So await fetch, and the countries will be await res.json, right? Let's see, console.log countries. Get countries, we call it here. And we can see the console log. Okay, we have an array of 250 countries. Perfect. Now we want to show countries. Show countries, or let's see, we're going to call a separate function. Yeah, rather than doing it here. So display countries, and we pass in the countries. Perfect. Function display countries takes in the countries. Let's see. We have this container. We want to remove one card here. We want to copy it. So we have the structure. Here in the div we can say countries loading, something like that. Oops. Let's do a H2. Okay. Countries loading ... Perfect. And now we want to target this country element, right? It was the countries container, but let's call it countries element. Document get element by ID countries, like that. And here at the end we're going to do countries element append child and the new country element, like that, which we're going to create here. Country element will be document create element, a div. Here we have this structure, so we can use this. So we have a div, and this div has to have the class of card. So country element class list add card, and then we have country element inner HTML be this thing without this, and okay, we're going to swap out everything here. But let's see this working. If we save now, we should have a countries. Oh, okay, yeah. So we need to loop over the countries and create a country for every country. Make sense? Hi from Germany. Hi. Okay, so for let I equal 0, I less than, or no, let's use the for each. Countries for each country, we want to do a loop, and we paste everything inside the loop. Perfect. And now we should have 250 Germanys. Germany is taking over the world. All right. Good. And now we can swap out this with, let's see, we need to find the corresponding properties. So for the image we have the flag, so country flag. Next here we have the country name, I guess. Yeah, country name. Here we have the country population. Next the country area. Ooh, it's interesting. So as the area we have 54. I want to see for the German region. Oh, not area, it's region, sorry. My bad. And obviously here we have capital. So now if we save, we should have all the countries. Look at that, and the population and the region. Perfect. I want to check something. United States. Yeah, region Americas. Oh, United. Yes, some country doesn't have a capital. That's weird. Why doesn't it have a capital? Let's see the API. We search here. Capital, empty string. That's interesting. Oh, never mind. It's just one. And you can see we have nicely the SVG here on top. If we increase here the space, we should have more. Oh, country loading. I forgot to replace that. So when we want to display the countries, we first want to empty out the countries element. The country element in our HTML will be empty string. Okay, so now we can see that disappeared. Interesting. Some logos have bigger height. Oh well, it's pretty okay. Good. Let's see what's next now. We want to search. We want to search by the country name. So we did that, or we should do the theme toggle. Let's do the theme toggle because it's easier. So we had here a button, theme toggle. We need to add a class of toggle. Like that, and we're going to also target here in the JavaScript. Toggle btn and toggle. And let's go down here, toggle btn, add event listener, click, and it will run a simple function which will take the document, body, class list, toggle dark. So it will toggle the dark class on the body. Let's see if that works. Okay, look at that, the button is changing. We just don't have the styling for that. So body dark. Let's take the styling from the style guide. We have also a color for the text when it's lighter, I think. Okay, and then dark mode background. So we have this background color. Okay. Alright, look at it, it starts to change. And we have dark mode elements. Dark mode elements. I'm not sure what this is for. Let's see. If we go here and open this, yeah, I guess it's the background for all of these. Okay. Let's see. We can do something. We can have a variable in CSS be set to the background color of all of these elements, and then on the dark mode we change that variable. Let's try that. So on the HTML, no, on the root. I haven't done this for a while. So here we have, let's say, background, which will be, let's use the HSL here. So this is the background for the elements. Background EL. Okay. And then on the body dark, we're going to overwrite it. I think that's how you do it. Let's test this. The background element will be this. No. This. Okay. And what's left to do is to use it. So instead of using this color, we're going to say var, and we'll use the background element. Okay, look at that. Perfect. And we need to have, where is it? Dark mode text. It's white. Where is it? Yeah. So in the CSS, dark text will be the white color. Okay, pretty good. Let's swap out this for the, where is it? For the background of the toggle. Background color, like this. Next, we want it on the search, background color, like this, and also on the drop down. And the card body, right? Yeah, here, the card. Okay, pretty close. Sergio's asking, could you give each card a hover effect? Yeah, we could give them a hover effect. Let's see. Okay, that's good, that's good. What I want to do here on the button. Color. Let's do color inherit. So then it will inherit the like theme. Look at that. So now we have the dark mode, pretty much. Which is pretty good. Yeah, just here on the placeholder on the input. We need to style that separately. It was a selector, but I don't know it now. So let's just leave it like that for now. Yeah, let's see. Color be inherit here too. Why not? Yeah, that works. We just have to change the placeholder there. Input placeholder CSS. It's, yeah, this selector. So search like that, and yeah, the same color. We can use the same. Let's see. Okay, look at that. Good. So it wasn't that hard. Perfect. So now we have dark mode. Let me add a little bit of a margin. Or we can have it be display flags and justify content space between. Like that. And now we can have a weight of 100 pixels. No, more. 150 pixels. Too much. Okay. And also a line item center. Good. That works. Perfect. So we have that. Now let's see. Let's toggle the drop down here. This drop down has an ID. No. Filter like that. So in the JavaScript, the same, pretty much the same thing we did here. Filter, and when we click filter button, when we click it, we want the filter button to toggle class open. Yep, look at that. And now we can see the list of country, the list of regions. But for some reason I don't like this margin. Should it be more? Yeah. Okay. And we're going to have the li be linked with the on click also later. Good. Good, 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 good. So in the JavaScript we did this, not really. Let's do the search. So for this search, we're going to have a input event on the input field here. Right? Right. So let's do that. Where is it? Input, ID search. Copy this over, search, search, and this will be search element like that. And it's going to have add event listener, input. Okay. And here we have the value. e.target.value. Or if let me show you console.log val like that. So if we inspect console and have something in the input, you can see that it appears here. Perfect. Okay, let me think. We can also do something like value and have like that. Okay, it's the same thing pretty much. Good, so now we have the value and we only want to show the countries that so for example, we search for Stan here. We want to show this one but not this one, right? So for that we're going to go over all these cards using the query selector all, and we're going to search after the name, right? Yeah. And if we have inside the name. If it includes the value from the input, we're going to show it, otherwise we're going to hide it. So for that, let's add a class here on the h2 to be country name, because now we can use this to country names to have a value here, document query selector all country name, and we can do country name for each name, and we'll do the following. Let's see, first we need to do a to lower string, because we want to search Afghanistan with a lowercase a or uppercase a. So we can do a check if name.to lowercase includes value to lowercase the same. So we have the country, otherwise we don't show it. Country name, okay. And the name, this is the element, but we want the inner text. Let's see, console.log name.inner text. It's good to use the console log to see what's happening. Okay, so see, we have all the country names here in the inner text. But it's just one thing. Let's see, we have this card, I mean the name, and we want to go 2 steps up and hide this one. Or we can do something crazier to check directly the inner text for the entire card. Yeah, but then if someone searches for pop, all will show. Yeah, it's not okay. Let's do like this. And we can only have one. No, let's do both. So if it's there, then the name, parent element, because we want to go up twice. Style display will be block. Otherwise, here display will be none. Let's see. Okay, look at that. So we want to search from Romania. Perfect. Varda Pet asks, couldn't we use the array that we get from getCountries function? Yeah, we have that array, but basically we already have this in the DOM. So what we're doing is to hide it or show it depending on the search. So we're not recreating the inner HTML, which will be costly. We're just applying a style on it. You see, so we have the name here, and then we go up to the card body, and then up to the body. If it's not there, then we display none. So we can search for Germany, and we can search for United, all of the United countries. Okay, that's pretty decent. Good. So now we have that. Let's see what else. We can do the same here with this. So basically, when we click on one of these allies, we want to check if the inner text from here is equal with the inner text from the region. So let's do that. Class, we're going to add here country, region. So we'll do the same trick there. On the toggle button, we want to go one level deep. So on the filters. Region filters will be get one second, query selector all, and we're going to find the allies inside the filter button. Okay, so we take this, but no, that's not good. We filter button, but yes, let's see the HTML so we can. Okay, so we have this filter, and we want to take all of these and add an event listener on them. Okay, good. Let's see if we have them. Console log, like that. Okay, look at that. We have node list. So Nishat says filter function maybe. Yeah, that doesn't work now, because as I said, I don't want to manipulate the DOM directly, but I want to just show and hide the elements. So we don't want to delete them from the DOM. We want to leave them in the DOM, but just change the display. Okay, so we have the region filters. Let's go overall and add for each filter, and we go filter, add event listener, click, and we run a function here. All right, maybe we should comment something to add some comments. This is pretty obvious. Get countries, display countries. Okay. Toggle theme dark and light, like that, and then filter button. Show and hide the filters. Li tags. Okay. And here search. This is pretty obvious. Here we want to say why we have parent element. So we have the name, where is it? The country name class. Country name class. Then we have the card body, and then we have the card. Like that. Maybe we can go the other way around. Like that. Okay. So we can say why we have parent. Good. And here region filters. Add a filter on the allies inside the filter, inside the dropdown. Okay, that's better. Let's console.log filter.inner text here, so we can see what we have when we click on it. Console Africa, perfect. Asia, perfect. Oceania, perfect. Europe, and here should be Americas, an S. Okay, goody good. We need to do pretty much the same here. So we take all the country, but this time country regions. So country region, this will be region, and this will be region. So we pretty much did this. Let's see. But we don't have value here, but instead we have filter inner text. Okay. Let's see. So Americas. Look at that. That's perfect. Africas. All right. And Oceania. And Europe. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. The only thing I see here that you don't have a way to go back, which is not okay. So maybe let's add we need an option to go back to all of them instead of refreshing. So let's have here an ally to be all. But now if we click this, nothing shows. So we have to, let's see. We have to check if the value is all. So let's store here. Const value will be filter.inner text. So we can do this. Okay. Yeah, we basically don't need the lowercase because that's by default. So let's remove this to make it prettier. And we can change it with filter. Let's leave it value. Okay, let's see if this still works. Americas. Okay. And now if the region includes value or if the filter value is all. So if it's all, then we show all. Let's see. Try Americas. And if we click all, then we can see all. Perfect. That was simple. Good. Toggle button label and icon should change according to toggle state. Not sure what you mean. Anywho, let's continue. So we have filter. Whoops, look at that. I forgot to change that styling. Where are you? Here. Need this here. Okay, look at that. Now we have that fixed. Perfect. We have dark mode, we have search, we have filter. Good. We don't have filter and search though. That's a tricky one. Or no, we have, let me see. Americas, and we say United. Yes, we have. No, no. Yeah, because this goes all right. We could fix that by adding here, instead of showing display block and none, we could have two separate classes, like show country or show region, show name, but we'll leave it for that. So W2 YouTube says for dark mode. Nishat, why do you think we should have an array? Yeah, but then we can filter that array out. But then we have to construct the inner HTML always. So I didn't want to do that. W2 YouTube says that in dark mode the button should become light mode. Well, this is in the design, so it's the same as the design. Look at that. So we click and see. All right, it's decent. It could be improved, but it's decent for now. Let's create let's see what we have here. We have search, we have filter, and let's create the modal, which will have this with the information and the border countries and the image on the left. So for that, I'm going to create another not a section. Let's see, modal container, modal, like that. And we're going to fill this in with the HTML. So basically this modal will be hidden, and every time we click a card, we'll fill this modal with the information we want. Let's see, we need to get the information from the API. But we already called the API. Maybe we should store the information somewhere. Okay, let's see. Let's do the model first and then we can see what we'll do. Okay, so we'll have the same container, which will have the image in the left, and on the right we'll have this. And here we can see it has another. Maybe I'll do this on a line. Easier. Let's see how that works. So we have model container. Let me add it here on top so we can see it. And inside here we have a container, which on the left going to have an image like this, and on the right we'll have information. We can copy, let's see, this sort of. We just have multiple columns and stuff. Okay, that's good. Yeah, we just have multiple items and this thing. Let's style our modal. Modal styling. So the modal container will be position fixed. Top 0, left 0, right 0, and bottom 0. Alright, and then it will stretch across. And we can have a background color. This. One second. Okay. And we can have it be display flex, align item center, and justify content center. And everything goes now in the center. Perfect. If we stretch this out, we'll see that the text goes to the right. Okay, now inside the modal, let's see the structure again. Modal container, okay. We want this image to be smaller. No, I know. So we want it to stretch the height of this div, right? Let's see. Yeah, sort of. But we still need some margin here. So instead of this class, why not add here a modal body like that, and the modal body will be having a padding of 30 pixels like that. But I still want the image to be smaller for now. Image will be max width 300 pixels. Okay, good. And the model we're also going to have a close button. Let's see, button, close, and it's going to have a font icon FAS and times. FAS and FA times. Okay, like that. Class will be button close. And let's quickly style it. Button close, border none, will be position absolute, top 20 pixels and right 20 pixels. Okay, close enough. Font size 20 pixels. We wanted to have it around here. So for that we need to add the, let's see, what's the parent here, the container. So let's make the container position relative. Position relative, and then it will go there. Perfect. And now, because we did that, we need to set the z-index of the model container. Let's see. All right. Pretty good. Next thing will be to, let's see, get this information out of the tile when we click the card. Okay, so first, this model container will be displayed none, so we don't want to see it. And only when we click the card, we want to show the model. So for that, after creating the card, we want to add an event listener. Add event listener, click. This will open the model. Let's see. We can remove that and have ID modal also. And here, like that. Okay. Now we can target it in the JavaScript. Modal like that. And here when we click it, we want the model to have style display with flags. So click it, we show the model. And then we have the close button, close btn. We go down here and see, close the model, close btn, click. We want to take the model and style display be none. Okay, so now we see it and we hide it, see it, hide it. Perfect. In the style here, I want to have cursor pointer. I think we had the general class for the button, but I forgot to style it. Yeah, so let's just remove that. Okay, let me drink a little water. Are you still listening? If you are, you're a hero. It's been an interesting stream so far. I had to think a lot. Let me know in the chat if you're still around. Okay, no more water. So we can see here the model appearing. Scott, you're still around. Ankit, Nishat, nice to see you around. Where's the pet? Good, perfect. So what we have to do now, the last thing, is to take the information and show it inside the model. Where is that function? Yeah. Oh, I know how we can do that. So we have all the information here in the country. We just call a function here. Country element, we show the model, and then we can call a country, a function something like show country details, and we send the country like that. And we're going to have here function show country details, country, and for the modal inner HTML will be blah. Let's see if it works. So if you click this, look at that, blah. Perfect. Clap. Nishat says maybe we could consider event bubbling. Where? Andra 100 plus. Okay. Giorgio, till that. Okay. Good. So we have the model, but we want to change just the, where is it? Where is it? Here. Just the model body. So we can do something like model query selector model body. Inner HTML will be the following. So now we should see, look at that, Afghanistan and the island. Yeah, we need to change the image also. So we're going to go up one level, and we're going to change the image also. So this won't have a source. Let's see. Const model body will be model like that, and then the model body will be okay. We want separation of concerns, and then here we have the model image. And then model image source will be country.flag, and now we'll have the correct flag. Look at that, and the correct information. We just need to add more informations. Let's see what it has here. I'm going to let's see. This one, I'm going to put it here on the right screen so I can see it faster. So we have country name. All right, then we have, we have population, but that's the second one. Here we have native name. Does it have a native name here? Yeah, native name. This is so easy. Then region, okay, population, region, sub-region. Sub-region. Does it have something like that? Yes, look at that. Sub-region, sub-region, okay. Capital, okay. Then we have top level domain, which I guess we have here. Oops, look at that. It's an array. All of them are arrays. Yeah, array, we need to take the first item in the, so like that. Okay, we have the currency. Let me still check, maybe some do have multiple. No, they all have one, which is odd. Nevertheless, let's see. Currencies. This is where we need to loop over the array, probably. Currencies. Let's see. Which country has multiple currencies? Maybe Switzerland? I'm not sure. No, it had only, yeah. Currencies. Let's search by that and see if. Oops, look at that. Previous one. No, just one. One. Oh, here we have for Tuvalu. So here we need to do something like currencies, so country currencies, dot map currency, and we'll say something like let's see. Now we can just return. What if we leave the array? It will be with commas. Let's see. Where is it? Okay. Oh, currencies object, country currencies. Oh yeah. So we need to go currency here and say currency.code. Currency.code. Like that. So now we can see, yeah, DZD. And here we have euro. And here we have XCD. Perfect. Okay. What's next? We have currency and we have languages. So we can do the same thing here. Languages. Like that. Languages. And let's see the API. Language.name. Language name. Okay. English. Now we need Switzerland has 3 languages. Perfect. That works. This is pretty close to what we wanted. Oh, and we have borders. Borders. Let's see. Romania has borders. Oh, that's weird. Just 2. Belgium. Have the example here. Belgium, like that. Where border. Yeah, 4 borders. Interesting that it only has the, what's that? Shorthand. So we need to loop over and take the, yeah, I won't do that. We leave out the borders. Basically what we have to do is to take this and search for that alpha code. Just to take a name, it's not worth it. Pretty interesting that they don't have an object here. Oh well, that's good enough. So we have here, let's see. So we have dark mode toggle, we have search functionality, we have filter, which doesn't work now for some reason. Yeah, that's because I know why. When we change the container to be position relative, now we need to go to the drop down UL and add a Z index here also. Z index 99. Because I think the other Z index is 100. Yeah, so now you can see we can select by region. Okay. And what I want to do is to push this up a little bit. So let's see how we can do that. We have the class of countries. Countries like that. We want it to be margin top minus 40 pixels. Okay. And I want the card to be 250 pixels. Smaller cards. Alright. Okay. Let's make this full screen. Oh, yeah, we need to center the container. Where is the code? Where is the code? Here, container, max width, and we can set margin auto. Okay, look at that. Now everything is in the center. Alright, that's pretty much it. We did the entire functionalities. I mean all the functionalities. Dark mode, search, and then we have a modal here with more informations. Okay, we need to fix that. And the filter by region, which is nice. Let's fix that button. Where is it? Button close, background color, that. So now if we go here, you can see that. Huh, that's interesting. Now it's on one line. Why? Let me close this. Okay, and also good. That's still weird. Why went on one line? So we have a container there. So it should be max width. Let's see. We can inspect it and see what we have here. Modal container. Oh, max width. I see. And because this, yeah, let's remove this div, and then the container will go full width. I'm not sure why we had that div anyway. Where is the model? Here. Okay. Now it should be like that. Perfect. Alright. That's it. It's pretty close to the original. What do you say? Did you like this one? Maybe we could have for this, we can have the background color be something else. I'm not sure. Oops. Yeah. Here, for this container inside the model, model container should be background color. Let's see. Oh, we can have the box shadow. So it will have a box around. Okay, that's decent. Dark mode also works. Okay, pretty good. Maybe the model background should be this color, which is the body color. Background element and then background. No, body. Let's add this to a variable. And here we're going to change the body. Okay, body like that. And now here we need to use it. Var dash dash body. Let's see if this still works. Close, but not really. What did I do wrong? Var body. Oh, var. Like that. Okay. And now we can use this same variable for the model. And for the model container, this. Okay. Let's see. Look at that. Now it's better. You can see that this is a model actually. Good. Good, good, good. I've noticed something. This should be white now. I hate that I have to scroll twice, so let's do that. Good. Fit and close. Color should be... Where is it? Do we have a color? Yeah, inherit. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's see the chat. Larry plus you. Not sure what you mean. Scott, ship it. Where to ship it? To the moon. Nishat, well, it was a lot of work. You did great. The functionality is there. Exactly. The functionality is there. We now have a country REST API. We can see the details of the the countries. We can filter them by regions and search. Perfect. Okay. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to wait for any questions if you have some. Whoops. Look at that, that's an error. What happened there? So apparently Moldova doesn't have anything? Container. Body. Why it's not showing? What are you doing, mate? Display none the container. Okay. Something's happening here. So if we have a search, but not only for a couple of, let's see, United. See this one also. There is a bug, a boogie. We need to find the boogie. Gmo. I'm going to have the full video available. You can watch it afterwards. So apparently some of the countries are missing. Look at that when we filter. Let's see. I think it has something to do with this. Search element, okay, this not filter. Region filters. Country region filter, no. Region parent. Region, okay, country region. Query selector country region. Oh, I see. I see now. Because we have this class here inside the model. So we remove that, and now we don't hide the model anymore. So I forgot to remove those classes. Okay, now it should work. Let's see. Search for Moldova and click and look at that. Yeah, so basically it hided the container, the model here. Good, so we fixed that too. Okay, let's see. Andra says he loves the dark mode. Yeah, pretty much. It's nice. It's nicer than the light one. Okay. Great work, great job. Thanks. Okay. Vinyl, yeah, you missed some parts. It will be recorded, so you can go over it. I highly encourage you to do so if you want to see what's up. Shamu Norva says some images are different width and height. Yeah, let's fix that. We can have, where is the code? Here. So we have the, let's see, we need the HTML structure. Here. So we're going to target the card image. Card. Card image. I want to be width 100% and height to be 200 pixels. Now all the images are the same height, but you can see they stretch. So in order to fix that, we can say object fit cover. And now you can see all the images have the same width and height. Yeah. The other issue might be now that some countries have 2 rows on their name. And it will push the card down. Maybe what we can do is to increase the width on the card to 180. Also, let's add max width of 100% because we don't want to be too wide on mobile. Ooh. I forgot to add. Okay. Yeah, that didn't fix it. We can add, let's see, I think if we add flex 1 to them, they'll go bunkers. But look at that, it's pretty nice. Right? We have all the countries here. Okay, so flex 1 now. Increase the width 300 pixels. Yeah, I mean, it's close. Let's see in the design. Do they have in the design where it is? Here. Do they have something on? Yeah. Oh, it's smaller. That's a good fix though. So let's go here in the code, and instead of having, where it is, an H2 here, we can add H4. And that's almost fixed now. It's too small. Let's make it big though. Okay. Dark mode. Alright. That's pretty decent. And then we have to come back here and card H2. We want to change to H3 to remove the top. The top margin. Sorry, so let's see. Maybe opacity of the modal container. That should look great. What do you mean? Opacity, increase it, decrease it. Vanilla, country region, this kind of code is it. Vanilla JavaScript. So let me show you. This is template strings. Literal template string, something like that. So basically you can have this backtick and you're creating a string, and inside it, using this, you can add variables inside the string. So instead of having to say something like, let's say const string will be name plus surname, you can do string be, where is it, name and surname. Also, don't forget that here you have to add the spacings, so something like that. This is a much cleaner approach, so that's what that is. Okay. Finish at background opacity decrease. Well, we have these variables, and if you, I mean, if I would do that, where is it? Here. So if I'll do that, then it will have to keep track of which colors we changed. So yeah, I mean, you can see the difference. Maybe on the white mode you can't, but yeah, it's decent enough. Okay. Any other questions if you have? If not, just say something in the chat, hi or bye, or oh yeah, if I before I forget, tomorrow at 5 we'll have the next live stream. Let me know what you'd like to see tomorrow. We're going to have a live stream every single day at 5 p.m. UTC+2, the same time it was today. So now it's 7 my time. I started at 5. Look at your time now and go back 2 hours. How many years of experience do you have? 7, close to 7. Can you share files with us? Sure. Andra, beautiful, great work. Looks you are pretty pro using VS Code. Finally. Thoughts on sharing code? Yeah. Let me create a GitHub page. GitHub repo. Let's see. Plus new repository. country name. Country is rest. Like that. And I'm going to push this to this GitHub repo. So let's go here. Let me go back, do a git clone. You appear to have cloned an empty repository. Create new file. Readme. Okay, create new file, commit. Now clone. Oh, okay. And now we can take everything from here and copy it here. Alright, and we can git add all, git push. Oh, git, no. Countries, go into the folder, git add, git push. What? Oh man. Refs, heads, masters do not match. What happened? Okay, I'll do it offline. Apparently, I don't know how to do it. I need to check. Okay, I'll add it to a GitHub repo and then I'll put the link in the description of this video. Oh, you need to git commit first. Duh. Yeah, probably because I'm tired. Let's say that because I'm tired. So git clone. What? This URL. Git clone. This URL. Cloning into, then going into countries. Okay. Then we copy this over. Replace, why not? Okay, then git add, git commit, init, thanks to pivot, git push, push, okay. Okay, and now if we go here and we take this and paste it in the chat, there you have it. Thanks Evert for that. Good. Now you have the code. Now let's see what else. What should we build tomorrow? That's the big question. This took close to 2 hours. Decent. Without the explanation, might be able to do it in an hour. Yeah. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. I like doing it. Front-end mentor. Let's see what else do they have here. Challenges section. Pricing, 4 cards. They have this, where is it? This game. Rock, paper, scissors. Which looks nice. We might build this. It's pretty decent and it has a nice design. Maybe, I don't know. What do you think? Maybe you have other ideas. Or we can go to Code Wars, and do something here. These are coding challenges. We can do it in JavaScript or JavaScript because I don't know any other language that well. Alright. Thanks very much for listening and for watching. Keep in mind that this will be added to my YouTube channel, so you can watch it over again. I might need some help with adding the timeline for this video. If someone is kind enough to go over the video and, I don't know, add like starting working on CSS, starting the HTML, or starting coding, so it will be easier for people to follow. Yeah, we also have the crash where my Mac failed, so maybe people can skip that part. If anyone is kind enough to help me with that, I'd be grateful. If not, I wish you have a great day. I mean, even if you do or not. I start to ramble around. So yeah, I should go to sleep. Thank you very much for watching and listening. See you tomorrow at 5, same time as today. Have a great day. Bye.